Hey everyone. You have to forgive how this is set up right now. It's kind of temporary. So I know I probably look a little weird. I'm gonna dive right in, and I'm gonna make this short and sweet. But we need to have a conversation, and I'm doing a live, random, because I just felt very compelled to have this conversation with you. So somebody here needs to hear this. And I was listening to Big Magic this morning, and now that I'm in the middle of the book, I actually like the book. And when I was in the beginning of the book, I fucking hated it, to be honest with you. But I kept listening. And, she mentioned something that really ignited my fire about a coach. And there's a lot of controversy about getting a coach and hiring a coach, because always when you're hiring a damn good coach, it's always a big investment. Always, always, always. And, I'm going to kind of go off on a rant, but you need to hear this. Somebody here needs to hear this. So if you're watching this live or you're on the replay, hold on to your underwear for a minute, okay? Because I've got something I want to say. I want you to take a look at the most successful people in the world, okay? Their coaches aren't where they want to be. Tom Brady's coach, Bill Belichick, is not the best fucking football player, is not the best quarterback in the whole world, right? Like Tom Brady is. He's not. Michael Jordan's coach was not the best basketball player that ever lived, but Michael Jordan was and still is. Muhammad Ali's coach wasn't the best boxer in the world, right? But fucking Muhammad Ali was and still is the best freaking boxer in the world, right? I mean, so we need, we really need to be taking this shit into consideration is, when you're looking to hire a coach, I'm going to give you a few hints, a few tips. Yes, do you want to work with somebody who's got a good track record, a good proven track record? Yeah, you want to work with somebody who shows up every single day, who's very consistent, who you connect with, right? You want to work with somebody like that. But stop thinking that you need to go out and you need to work with the person who's achieved everything that you want, because while there's two different mindsets, right? I've made sure that I consistently work with a professional coach. I work with, women who I really look up to, women who I respect, and women who I can learn a lot from. And I highly recommend you do the same, male or female. But at the same time, I want to just point it out to you. You want to hire somebody who's going to bring out the best in you. They don't necessarily need to be the best at what they do, right? Or okay, they don't need to necessarily be the best business coach, and they don't necessarily need to be the best mindset coach, money coach, financial coach, fucking health coach, but they need to be the best at bringing out the best in you. And this is fucking important, you guys, because so many times when people are looking for coaches and to hire coaches, you need to know that if you're going to be with a good one, you're going to be investing some money. My coach cost me, the first time I worked with her, a minimum was, let's see, what I paid, $12,000, okay? And that, I didn't have $12,000 just sitting fucking around. I don't really know anybody who does, who's going to go out and just spend that on a coach, okay? But here's the thing. As I hired a coach that will bring out, and she consistently does, the best in me. Now, she may not be the best spiritual coach. She's not. She's not a fucking spiritual coach at all. And, she doesn't help me with following my intuition. That's what I do. But she brings out the best in me in what I do. And so what I just wanted to come on and I wanted to say to you is, when you're looking at who to work with and who to help bring you to the place that you want to be, okay, you really need to look at the person who's going to bring out the best in you. They don't necessarily need to be the best thing that you want to be, right? So if you're a health coach, I'm not recommending that you need to go and work with the best health coach in the industry. Is that they're good at being the health coach, right? They're not necessarily good at bringing out what your best qualities are, what your best talents are. They're not necessarily the best at pushing you to be the best you or guiding you to be the best you. If there's something that I take a lot of fucking pride in, it's this subject right here. I'm very, very good at reflecting back on my clients what they're amazing at and leading them by teaching them to trust their gut. Hey girl, I like teaching them how to trust their gut, how to teach, how to trust their intuition, how to build confidence, and how to run a spiritually based business doing that shit, okay? And so, you really need to focus on getting with somebody that can do that for you. Now, I'm not saying you and I are like, we're even compatible. I'm not saying that at all. And like, I don't work with just anybody, hands down. I even have an application process now. But that's not what this isn't a pitch about me. This is literally, I'm coming here to give you some food for thought, because I got caught up in, I need to work with the best of the best. And I did that for a while. I got caught up. I hired 2 coaches, and they each helped me do different things. This was back more than a year ago. And they each helped me do, really great things. But the coach that I have now, she's like a lifer, right? Like, she's like my life coach, even though she's not a life coach. But she's like my life coach because she brings out the best in me. But that's because we're compatible. We're like, literally, we're twins. And I know that. But that's who you want to find. Find somebody who you find somebody who is going to call you on your shit with love, and who's going to teach you the things that you want to be taught, and who's going to bring out the best in you. Find the coach that's going to make you the Michael Jordan, that's going to make you the Tom Brady, or you the Muhammad Ali. Legit. That person, when you go back and you look at their coaches, they're not the best. They're not the best of anything. Fuck, they just know they've got amazing chemistry with this person, and they know the game. They know the basics. And what do? They execute the basics all the fucking time. And they know how to bring it out, the best out in their team, in their people, right? So that's what you need to be focused on when you're looking for a coach, okay? And don't hire an amateur. I'm serious. And what I mean by that is, you can tell an amateur. An amateur is the one who's going to your friend request you, private message you, add you into their group automatically, and private message you and say, hey, I'm a It Works coach, or I'm a Beachbody coach, you should come work with me. That's an amateur. Okay, we don't do that. That's not professional. None of my clients do that. And if they do, I will kick their fucking ass. And that's not being professional. You know a professional when you see one, because they show up, they're in your face every single day. Now, I'm not saying they act professional, because I sure the fuck know I don't. But I'm professional in the aspect, I'm professional in the way that I know I get results. I give away so much free content that people are getting massive results on my free content. So then you can imagine what it's like to work with me. And I'm consistent. I'm in your face. You know that I'm here. You know what I'm about. You don't have to guess. There's no guessing when it comes to working with me, right? You know what you're going to get. I am this all the way around. You can ask any one of my clients. I show up every single day. I'm who I am day in and day out. In my mind, that's somebody who's being a professional. That's somebody who's being authentic, and you don't have anything to hide, right? I don't have anything to hide. But at the end of the day, I'm just going to repeat this one more time, okay? When you're looking for a coach, you need to find the coach that's going to bring the best out of you, okay? You need to find a coach that you've got some chemistry with, that's got a little pizzazz, who lights you up. Every single time you hear them, they fucking light you up. That's who you want to hang out with. I have invested a lot of money, lots and lots of money into my coach, because she brings out the best in me. Now, she's not for everybody, right? She's not for everybody, and I'm not for everybody, and you're not for everybody either. So you've got to be the coach that brings the best out in your clients, and you've got to find the coach that brings the best out in you. And when you find that fucking coach, don't fuck around. You need to invest, okay? Because if you don't invest, the longer you're going to be sitting there on your ass, okay, and wondering what the fuck's going on and why you're not moving forward, okay? All right, food for thought. P.S. I'm going live on my business page. I don't know what time it is. Probably 2:30. I'm going to go live on my business page. I'm going to do a free business class, okay? If you guys have questions, if you guys are stumped with something in business, I want you to come in. I want you to ask me those questions, and I'm going to help you out, okay? All right. Sabrina says, seeing your face and hearing your voice every morning makes my day. Your messages are always kick-ass too. Well, thank you. Thank you. Okay, I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.